Keep on keeping on. It
I'm
is
ready.
Psychic Sunday. Jenna Reid is here, and it's a great night for the meeting of the minds.
Yes, it is.
A rainy, rainy night, sitting down with your Manhattan,
Yeah.
conjuring up the schemes,
Clanking the ice.
clanking the ice. It is a Psychic Sunday. I'm John Kroll, and it is a rainy winter night.
But it's warm out.
Pittsfield, Massachusetts, and it is warm. Well, of course, it's raining.
Yeah.
It's raining.
I'm happy it's
it's
warm, though.
It's not snowing. It's raining.
Yeah.
So, how you been?
I've been good.
We had a great night on Friday night.
Yeah, that was fun.
Over at our house. Cara and I hosted a party, and Melissa Mazzio was there with her clothing, and Cara had her jewelry, and you had your stones,
Yeah.
and it was a nice little turnout and a good time.
Yeah, such
Had by all.
lovely people. Such lovely people.
It is.
Everyone there was so nice.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's
Yeah.
we only allow nice people
I know.
into
I
our
know.
home.
I like it, though, because I get to meet new people, because I don't know all your people, So when I go to, like, a John Kroll party, I'm going to meet new, cool people. It makes me very happy and
Well, this
excited.
actually was more of a Cara Kroll party.
Yeah, well,
but,
still.
but we are definitely a unit.
Yeah.
At this point, and in that way, it's always been. So there we are. We are the.
And
we are the Kroll.
your living room, John, is
Yes.
so beautifully decorated. It like gave me that warm holiday feeling.
It is
Like, yes, with all the lights and like that's a beautiful living room.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a great room.
Yeah, I love
It's
it.
actually literally the great room. That's one of the things you call it.
The great room.
The
Yes.
great room.
Yes. It is a great room.
It sounds like it's a great room. Well, it is a great room.
Yeah, it felt
is a
very
great room.
cozy to me in there with all the lights and everything.
Yeah, very nice. So Kimberly Ann says hello.
Hi, Kimberly.
Charlotte Rogers says hello.
Hi, Charlotte.
Everybody's saying hello. So if you have questions for Jenna, we're just getting things fired up. And again, we're on the personal page. We're building up the following on the personal page just because we're just trying some algorithm things out here on Facebook.
Yeah.
Always, switching things up a little bit. And this is Psychic Sunday. So if you have questions for Jenna Reid, posit those questions in the comment section. It can be anything from love, career, your life, family, past, present, and even future. Well, I guess that's that's what people want to know is the
Or
future
your
as well.
pets or people you care about or
All of that.
what crystals you should be using.
Yeah. Kimberly Ann says, I do have a question, but I'm not sure if you can answer it. Well, you're not going to know.
We can
Kimberly
try,
Ann,
Kimberly.
unless you ask the question. We're not going to be able to answer that until we know what the question is. So go ahead and fire away and be the first one, because once we get going,
The seal is broken.
once the seal is broken, then it's very difficult
Yeah.
to follow all the questions that often come in. So as we're just sort of building up. Catherine Lampiazzi says, hi, John and Jenna. Happy
Hi, Catherine.
holidays, Catherine. Merry Christmas. We love you and your family, and I hope you're doing well. I haven't heard from Catherine in a little bit. Well, maybe, I don't know. It's hard to
like
keep
a
track.
week or two.
Week or two
Yeah.
or so. So I hope everyone's doing well, Catherine. And if you have questions for Jenna, put them in the comment section, particularly you, Kimberly Ann. So let's test Jenna, see if she can answer that.
No testing. That's
Well, no
not
testing,
fair.
not that kind of, but just like she's
See
not
if
sure
I
of the
get
answer.
anything. Yeah.
And there's no right or wrong answers.
Yeah.
There's no right or wrong answers. But you did a house party this past week, or that was the following.
That
one?
was the week before on Friday. That was great.
Any anecdotes you can share? Was there anything that?
There wasn't anything too like outstanding or strange or anything like that. It was just like basic readings, like with people's loved ones. But there was a lot of validation, and the people were just. I keep meeting amazing people. Like it's very inspiring to me to see that there's all these people that I didn't know in the area, and I'm like, whoa, I'm just meeting you now and you're this cool and you've been here this long. It's fascinating.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it makes life more exciting,
Yes.
to make like connections like that.
That's everything.
Yeah.
That's everything. The connections and being able to have new experiences and new people. But then I think there's really something interesting that happens is often we're out and about in our lives, and sometimes years will go by and you won't see someone, not that you think about that person, but then you may see a person you haven't seen in years in a certain circumstance at a certain time, and that's really fascinating.
Yeah.
Because because especially when they live near you.
Yeah. No, that happens a lot, and then you'll bump into them a few times.
And then it'll be like the rule of 3, because things happen in threes. So, or so maybe you'll see someone and you'll see that person like maybe 3 times, or you'll see that person and maybe another person from that era that you knew that person from, and then a third. There's kind of these things that happen.
It's a vibration too, like who we connect with, because you'll notice like you connect with different people at different times in your life, and it's all about like our vibe connecting with the other person who's on the same vibe.
So Kimberly Ann says, okay, here we go. My neighbor had a fire in her apartment. She lives right next to her, next to Kimberly Ann. We are not getting the real answers to how it started or where it started. I have PTSD from my old house when I was younger. I don't know if there was a fire there. Maybe you can clarify that, Kimberly Ann. I just want to make sure it isn't electric issues. We live side by side in a townhouse. So obviously the concern being, well, if there's electric issues right over there, is there something going on?
It's funny, when John was reading that, I saw wires in the wall. So you should have like an electrician go in and check yours, but just to give you peace of mind. Anyway, but even though that happened on the other side, I feel like you're safe. So I want you to know that. But for your peace of mind, and anyone, I have post-traumatic stress too with different things in my life, but to give you the peace of mind, have an electrician come in and check the wiring. I see wires in a wall, like starting a fire.
So there's something going on there, Kimberly, and so I would suggest.
But I do feel like she's safe. Her side is wired right, so it's safe.
That's a good thing. All right, but good to check. Good to check on that.
Well, I just want her to check, because when the electrician says we're all good, she's going to have a deep peace of mind and not be stressed out.
Okay, so Charlotte Rogers says, and if you have any more on Kimberly Ann, I don't want to cut you off, but Charlotte Rogers says, where's my relationship going with Wayne?
With Wayne?
With Wayne. Getting really specific here.
Yeah. I feel like one of you is very content, and the other one's like, it might be you, Charlotte, tapping your foot like, come on, what's going on here? Like he feels, I think it's him, who feels very content with the way things are, but you want either something deeper or to know more, and he's not moving. I don't feel that changing for a little while.
All right, so we're calling out Wayne.
Yeah,
I think it's safe to say.
a lot of guys are like that. They're slower to move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, Wayne. Well, let's get on the ball here, but I don't want to. If that's the case, so there you go, Charlotte. If you have any follow-up questions, feel free. And also, Kimberly, and I think that's really fascinating, because like if you had a fire in a townhouse right next to you, then
I would be scared too. But I feel like that side, there was like something with the wires, or a mouse got in there and bit the wires and it started a fire.
Yeah.
Because I see wires. But her side feels clear to me, like everything's done right. I think everything was done right on the other side, but it might have been like a mouse or just a freak thing.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Yeah, she feels safe to me.
So Kimberly Ann says the electrician is coming after the holiday.
Okay.
Maybe the electrician should come before the holiday. I'm just saying, but it's tough to get.
They're busy. They're
it's
very
tough to get
busy
electricians.
this time of year.
I feel I am paying my upstairs neighbor's electric. When I shut off my power, his shut off. Okay, so well, I guess there's other issues going on as well, and when you have a connected home too, you don't
and also if it's an older home,
yes,
a lot of times the wiring isn't like up to code,
but
I feel like she's safe.
Okay.
So,
well, here's hoping.
yeah, hopefully that brings her some peace until the electrician can get there and second my opinion.
Let's have a second opinion on that.
And I think she should do that, because I know if that was me, like, I would want to know that. Just like if you have a fear about an ailment or something and you go to the doctor and you find out that you're okay, like, that brings you peace of mind.
Absolutely.
And when we have like a post-traumatic stress, like, those fears trigger us.
Mm-hmm.
And it can set us off into like this awful anxiety. And I want her to be at peace because she does feel safe to me.
Okay. So, and she's saying, by the way, she's Kimberly Ann is at the Rice Silk Mill apartment. The AH. I think it's the AH Rice Silk Mill apartment.
I don't know where that is.
It's a renovated mill building that was converted to apartments probably, I don't know, 15 years ago.
Okay.
Or so, and it's in the Morningside neighborhood area, and really nice project over there, but obviously, electric is electric. So,
Yeah.
So let's do that. Here we go. Roseanne Freire said, it was a very hard year with losing my dog and several friends. What will 2024 bring for Roseanne Freire, our dear friend? We love you, Roseanne.
I hope that it brings good. I'm like with you on 2023, like, not being my favorite year. I'm looking forward to 2024, and I feel like we've all got like some, I want to call it like obstacles out of our way in 2023, and 2024 is going to be a little easier.
Okay.
So, and I'm with you in that, so I understand.
Yeah. Well, we still feel like there's this, what is it? The pop. It hasn't happened yet.
The wine bottle.
The wine bottle.
The cork.
The champagne bottle.
Yeah, it's like the cork's out a little,
So,
but it hasn't flowed. But I do feel like that's coming.
It's been coming for a few weeks.
I know. But
know?
I can feel a little bit, like, even in my own personal life, I can see it flowing a little, and I'm able to like move on from things.
Yeah. Where truth can fly out.
Yeah.
And things that you were manifesting.
Yes.
That, they finally come to fruition, and, things like that. So, but, there are cycles, and then there are also tests. There's tests of patience.
Mm-hmm.
There are tests of will.
Yeah.
And also humility.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
Right? But sometimes
I don't like those.
When you
I don't. Nobody does, but yeah. No, I know. And in every bad moment, like when I'm having a hard time and like life's really difficult, I always say to myself, well, because life is so hard right now and I'm so uncomfortable, like in that energy, I know I'm growing. And on the other side of growing is like a calmer, peaceful. And I feel like that's what we're going into.
Yes.
And I think a lot of us are all growing and at the same time.
Yeah.
Like we're all in this area out here and we're growing at the same time.
Well, there is a collective consciousness, is there not? Is there not?
Yeah, there is.
We're all connected in some way. That I think that's kind of undeniable. I don't know if there's any. I mean, you look at spiritual, religion, what
any way
have
to
you.
test it, you mean?
Well, of course, there's ways you can test it.
Yeah.
I think we have already done that. I mean, the CIA uses it. Okay, so.
I think
because if the CIA uses it, then obviously it must be real. But in all seriousness, it is, we're connected. We're connected by energy. That's very testable.
It's funny too. Like when I was working at Kripalu, I dated this alcoholic guy.
Yeah.
And I was breaking up with him, and it was a lesson of choosing myself.
Yeah.
And all of my readings for like a couple months were women breaking up with alcoholics.
Yeah.
And they'd sit down and I'd be like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? You too? Like that's how we vibe together and we grow together through that consciousness.
You got it. So Jennifer Chase, at some point, we said something that made her laugh out loud. I can't remember what it was.
Oh.
But probably the fact that you didn't like those 3 things.
Oh, yeah, I don't.
Humility, patience.
Those are tough.
Andrew Wood says, what do you see in the future? Well, okay, that's kind of general. But Andrew Wood said, is there a crystal for stress and anxiety?
Okay, the best crystal for stress is Amazonite. And that's like a bluish green one. And that is the absolute best crystal to like calm you and get rid of stress. And for anxiety, you want hematite.
Mm-hmm.
And hematite is my favorite stone. It's an inexpensive stone, but what it does is it grounds you in the present moment, and it builds up your strength and courage while you're in that moment, and just gets rid of anxiety. Because when we have anxiety, we're not in the present moment. We're in the future with fear and worry.
Mm-hmm.
And the only place that we're safe is in the present moment.
Mm-hmm.
So it brings you back to the present moment. And it also like helps with racing thoughts too. Because a lot of us who have anxiety get racing thoughts.
There it is. So,
hematite for anxiety and Amazonite for stress.
Yeah. Okay, so we have Jennifer Chase says, yes, that was it. I don't like those either.
Yeah, nobody does, especially patience. Like, I am not a patient woman.
Yeah, well, I mean, that is a real thing.
Yeah, and that's why I always am waiting, because the universe is like, you're going to learn to be patient, you know?
Yeah.
So I have to wait a lot, and I don't like it because I just naturally am not a patient woman.
Yeah.
Unless it's with children or animals.
Yeah. So
I don't have patience for anything else, though.
And then we have Andrew Wood said, where can I get those crystals? Or where can I get those crystals?
You can get them at any crystal store, or you can go to my website, which is crystalhealingconnection.com, and get them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And you just carry them with you, like in your pocket, and then put them by your bedside at night, like on the bedside table.
Okay. Kimberly Ann says, okay, not to change the subject on my questions, but it's okay. First of all, we can change subjects all the time.
Yeah, change it up, girl.
This is all we do on this show. And Charlotte Rogers says, I'm not patient either. By the way, okay, so Kimberly Ann says, not to change the subject on my questions, but oldest daughter has seen these quote-unquote spirits, and now my 6-year-old see them. My mom is into the whole hocus pocus thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have had and seen things as well.
Uh-huh.
Are my girls sensitive?
Definitely sensitive, and I think more kids nowadays are sensitive. And it's funny, when John was reading your question, I kept seeing orbs like in your stairwell.
Yeah.
And those are like, I feel like they're spirits that are in your family, like coming around.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you've ever seen like orbs in the stairwell.
Okay.
That's a weird thing for me to see, but that's what I was seeing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, I just was messing around. We put a poll out there. How often are you in the present moment? And so the answers are always, sometimes, or never.
Yeah.
See, again, we're just playing around here. But already people are answering. So we have sometimes is 67%,
Yeah.
always 2%. No one has said never.
Yeah.
So I there you go.
Yeah, I love it.
So we're doing
I think
polls
you
now.
can slide right out of the present moment and not even know it. And then when you have anxiety, you're like, oh, I'm not in the present moment.
Yeah. Molly Reardon says, John, trying to connect. So I don't know if that's literally you're trying to connect to the show here, or you're just figuratively trying to connect. But we're here, Molly. I'm reading your comment. Brianna Jean says, hello again. Hello, Brianna.
Hi, Brianna.
We had a nice conversation with her last week.
Yeah.
Molly Reardon said, John, are you seeing me? Well, I'm seeing your comment, Jenna.
Yeah.
She's Molly, we hear you. We see you.
Yeah. Also, I want to just mention the crystal for staying in the present moment. The best crystal for that is Unakite.
Okay.
And that's like a pink and green crystal, and it keeps you in the present moment.
So Kimberly Ann says, shut up. I hear kids running up and down my stairs.
Oh, weird.
And my cats are always staying at the top of my stairs and looking up.
It's an active stairwell for sure.
Wait, so they're staying at the top of the stairs and then looking up, not the bottom of the stairs.
It doesn't matter. I see the orbs going up and down the stairs.
Okay. So there you go.
Yeah.
Tammy Garrity says, I have asked my 3 grandmas for some signs. I think I did see some, but how do I know they are the ones I asked for? And do they show you any signs for me now?
From 3 different grandmas. I'm trying to see. There is one grandma around, and I don't know if you asked for, like, I see a cardinal, and I know that's very common, but I keep seeing a cardinal. So it might be one of the grandmas sending that. I also, Tammy, got something with a heart. Like, I don't know if you find, like, heart shapes, like a heart rock, or, like, if you make coffee and the cream went into a heart, or, like, if you see hearts, that's another grandmother.
Okay.
So they are around you, and those are 2 of the signs that they're giving me. And you usually know it's them by, it's like the first person you think of when you get that sign is usually who it is.
Okay. Molly Reardon has some big smiley faces because we figured it. So Molly, if you have any questions, fire off your question. We hear you. We see you. Jenna Lynn Silvera says, hello, will 2024 be better for my little family?
I think 2024 is going to be better for everyone because I feel like 2023 is like a year of growing, and like everybody's on that energy of what do they want to do in the future, and like making plans for the future and what changes they can make to be happy in the future. And when we go through that, it's very I want to say rocky, and it's hard, but 2024 feels a little better.
Little better. Little better.
And I do feel like it's going to be better for you and your family too.
Okie dokie. Brianna Jean says, love crystals. I have a whole collection of different ones.
Yes.
Kimberly Ann says, yeah, my bedrooms are downstairs.
Okay.
And Molly Reardon says, yay.
Good.
She finally has a question. Well, sort of. I'm wondering if I have, well, she does a question. If I have any spirits around me. So much sadness this month. Love you guys.
Oh, who asked that?
This is Molly Reardon.
Okay. There is an older gentleman around you, is what I'm getting. And I feel like it's a dad or a grandpa. And it's someone who, he's going like this to me. And when a spirit does that, it means they worked with their hands, like for their job. So he's someone who worked with his hands.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a grandfather or a dad. And also, he might have used tools, because I just saw like a tool, like a toolbox.
There you go.
With tools in it.
Well.
Yeah. Well, listen, some people put other things in a toolbox.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen.
I am a beauty
You read my
school.
mind. All right,
Listen,
I'm sorry.
I went to hairdressing school, okay? I'm a beauty school dropout. And I went to hairdressing school, and they had us buy a toolbox that we could like take home with all the hair stuff in it.
Okay.
So I had to, so toolboxes are good to be used with everything.
Okay. You got it.
But the toolbox I saw was red.
Okay. Tammy Garrity says, thank you. I see hearts in everything.
See? That's one of your Grammys. I love that.
Gentleman Silvera says, thank you.
You're welcome.
That was the 2024 outlook. Kimberly Ann says, every time you tell me anything about the spirits, my phone freezes.
Oh, really? I think it's because when you ask that, the spirit is around you and they mess with technology.
Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. Spirits can mess with technology.
Yeah. They can send you animals for signs. They can leave you like pennies. That's a physical sign. Like the spirit who leaves coins or something that you can pick up and keep, that's a hard feat for them because they're in a different dimension, and to leave a sign in the 3D, like, they're pretty cool.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay. Andrew Wood says, my mom died in 2014 of cancer. Is there anything she is saying to me?
I do feel like your mom is around you, and there's something about I don't know if it's with your job or not, but I feel some change coming, and she wants you to like go for it. And I don't know if it's definitely with the job, but I just feel job, but she wants you to go for it. And I feel like you're feeling a little insecure because it might be like a big pay bump or a big change, but she says to go for it. And then also I don't know if you were by her bedside when she passed or when she was really sick at the end, but she's putting her hands on her heart, Andrew, and saying thank you for being with her. So know that. And I do feel her around you a lot.
All right, good stuff.
Yeah, she's pulling strings. Like when they do this, it means they're pulling strings from their dimension to ours for us to have these good opportunities.
Molly Reardon says, thank you, Jenna.
You're welcome.
Jenna Lynn Silvera says, are there any spirits around me?
Yeah, I see a male spirit. I don't know if he's like someone in your family or an acquaintance, but I want to say he's like in his 20s or early 30s. He's tall and thin, and he has like a pointy nose. And I feel like he might be like a friend or an acquaintance or someone you worked with, and he's saying hi, like to show you that he's around. And I feel like he's been gone for like some years, like 5 or more years.
Okay.
He's definitely around. I feel like there's a female around you too. It could be like a grandmother or an aunt or someone like that. She's older, and she keeps like moving her. I feel like she might have wore like a charm, like one of those necklaces that had all the charms on it, or you have that of hers. It's a female.
Okay.
Yeah, like an aunt or a grandmother or a mother.
Okay.
It like feels like the mom's side.
Charlotte Rogers says, I feel like parents are with me all the time, and I do say things to them. Are they with me?
Yeah. They're definitely with you, and they definitely hear you when you talk to them. I feel like your dad is around you like now, and I feel a female presence like in the distance, but your dad is the more dominant one now. So know that he's around you. And do you have his handkerchief? Like he showed me like a suit coat with the like a handkerchief or something. It might be like maroon with blue dots on it, or like a blue print. I feel like you might have that, and maybe something of his is wrapped in it or something.
Okay, let us know,
Yeah.
Charlotte. And Eva Simonian says, hi, John and Jenna.
Hi, Eva.
I just had a long conversation about the past and very optimistic about the future. Any messages from Spirit on things to look forward to? I hope so.
There's definitely things to look forward to. It's weird, Eva. When I'm tuning in, I see a dog. Like, did you lose a dog recently? It's like a medium-sized dog, and it looks like it's a little bit fluffy. Or it could be a dog coming into your life that I'm seeing, because I can't always tell if the animals are past or living because their vibration is so high. But when John was reading that, I see a dog. So you're either going to get a dog, or this is a dog from your past. So let us know that, and then I can see if there's messages.
There's that. Brianna Jean says, my aunt came to me in my dream the other night.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's also a visit.
Yeah.
When someone who's passed comes into a dream, that's a visit.
I just saw somewhere that when you dream between the hours, or no, I'm sorry, if you
If you wake up.
if you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Very specific.
Mm-hmm.
This window of time. That means something about the dream that you have right thereafter or right before, and just the fact that you're waking up consistently between at one point. It could be just for 30 seconds. It could be for because honestly, you have very little sense of time when you wake up. When you wake up at 3:30 a.m., usually you wake up, you kind of acknowledge it or whatever, but you probably fall right back asleep.
Yeah.
Very quickly, maybe more quickly than you even think. But there's something to that.
Yeah, that's like when the veil between our dimension and the spirit world's dimension is the thinnest, is during those hours of the night. So if you're dreaming or waking up then, like a lot of times they'll have us wake up so we'll remember the dream. But it's usually like a spiritual dream or a dream of someone that passed, or it's a premonition dream of something that's going to happen during those times.
Fascinating.
Yeah, so pay attention if you wake up during those times or have dreams during those times.
And try to remember those dreams, because we're talking about the nature of dreams. Andrew Wood says, "Do dreams really come true? Can you see mine?" Well, I don't know about that. I don't know if
I can't see
literal.
your dreams. I think they're very personal. And I don't really have like premonition dreams because I think I'm always open and reading during the day. So my dreams are just like weird personal dreams, but they're not usually like, I won't dream something and then it will happen. And a lot of people who do dream things that will happen are not like in tune with spirit during the day. And that's why spirit goes to you at night, because you're more relaxed and open.
There you go. Okay, so Molly Reardon says, anyone Mark or Jacob? I think she's asking if that name pops up. Mark or Jacob. Such sadness for me with these two people.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not getting like a Mark or a Jacob around, but that doesn't mean they're not around you. It just means at this very moment I'm not getting them. But maybe check in like later in the show, because I do feel some energy around you, but it's not coming clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Where are we? Deborah Connor says, "Hi, John and Jenna.
Hi,
the last
Deborah.
3 months have been very difficult. I was wondering if anyone is around me or trying to send me a message."
I do feel like your mom is around. She feels really dominant, like she's sending the whole family a lot of energy right now. And I can't remember if I saw her last week, but she's wearing like a red sweater. Like she keeps going like this, and her sweater's red. And I do feel her very much around. That's just who's around you right now, but there's something with your mom. Like I feel like she's like raising the vibe of and around the family a lot is what she's giving me. Like I feel like too, like almost like she's trying to uplift the holidays because they're not as happy as they always are, or something.
Okay. Very good. Where are we here? Okay. So Jenna Lynn Silvera says, "It's my grandma, not sure who the other person is. I was wondering if my Uncle Carlos comes through. He was my favorite uncle."
I just saw, I did see a man when you read that, John. And did he buy you sneakers, Carlos, or did he always have like a thing for sneakers? Because he showed me like white sneakers, like as a validation that he is around you. I don't know what the connection is with sneakers. Usually when they show that, it's because either they had like an obsession with their sneakers, or he bought you some sneakers. They were white too, like the sneakers that he showed me. They looked white leather.
Okay.
So let us know that.
And Charlotte Rogers says, "Yes, I do have a handkerchief
Oh, wow.
Like that. OMG.
Yeah, good. See, I'm not crazy tonight.
Brianna Jean says, I always wake up at those hours.
Yeah, because she's very much growing right now.
3 and 5. Sally Tiska Rice says, I had a dream that someone playfully poked my nose. I woke up directly. Who was it that poked my nose?
Oh my gosh.
Made me laugh
love
anyway.
This. I love this, Sally. Hi, Sally. How are you?
How are you, Sally?
Actually, when you say that, I see like a young child poking your nose. It's like actually what I see is a little girl. She kind of looks like the little girl in Poltergeist, like with the long, really cute with long blonde hair, and she looks like 3 or 4 or 5, like around that age. I don't know if she's like a family member, a friend's child, or how she's connected to you. She might be with the land, but that's who poked your nose. And I feel like she's drawn to you. I don't know, like because of your creativity or something. Like she's drawn to you, and she's very joyous and happy. It's a sweet, loving, joyous little child. Okay. Is what I'm getting. And I see her poking your nose, and you're laying like on your side, and I see her poke your nose.
There you go. Mm-hmm. All right. See if that rings a bell for Sally.
Yeah, maybe she might
Good
know.
seeing you the other night, Sally.
Yeah, it was really good seeing you.
Eva Simonian says, yes, I lost my German Shepherd, Haven, who you told leaves me hearts. Been seeing them all the time. So hopeful to be able to have a dog again someday.
Yeah,
so,
there's a dog in your future, sweetheart. I do see that.
We're on that.
Yeah.
Kimberly Ann said, I have another question. Again, off topic. It's okay. You don't have to stay on topic. But before my Nana passed, I had vivid dreams of my Poppy, who has passed, and family picnics, and then 2 weeks later, my Nana passed of a heart attack. Yeah.
I feel like he was coming to you to let you know that he's got her and he'll get her. Because when you say that, I do see them standing together, like they're close together, and they're looking on you and smiling. And I'm seeing a rose, too, and like a card. So I don't know if it's someone's birthday or their birthday or an anniversary.
Okay. There you go. Mm-hmm. There you go. Molly Reardon says, I don't know how to take this one. John, I may fall asleep. Love you both. I mean, maybe
she's tired.
Maybe we're just maybe our voices are so soothing.
Yeah. Or the vibe is so high from all the spirits.
Jenna Lynn Silvera says, he bought my daughter a pair of sneakers when she was a baby.
Okay, there you go. So that makes sense. Yes, he is very much around you.
So there you go. Mm-hmm. That's the sneakers.
Yeah.
Those are the sneakers. Charlotte Rogers says, I have 2 beautiful granddaughters, but I seem to be close to my daughter's daughter. Mm-hmm. Is there something that draws us together?
I do feel like it's like sort of a past life connection. Like you might have shared another life together. And I feel like before you both came here, you wrote each other on to this life path, like you to help her because you're the older one. That feels like it goes way back. I want to say even more than one other lifetime. It might be like 4 is what I'm getting. And I feel like she's also open, and you're supposed to help her with that.
There you go.
Yeah. Like when I say open, I mean open to spirit.
All right.
Like she might be very sensitive and know things.
Thank you. Jen says thank you.
You're welcome.
Lori Connor says, hi guys.
Lori.
I think I can be spiritually connected during the night. What can I do to be connected during the day as well?
Meditate. Meditate every day, or at least 3 times a week. Mm-hmm. And if you can't find time in your busy schedule, do it right before you go to bed.
All right.
Yeah.
So there you go. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Meditation is so powerful.
It really is.
Underrated.
And it helps you stay connected. And sometimes I get really addicted to meditation because you like go off in this peaceful place. And like, I don't want to come back. It's so nice, That's like when I do long ones, but I haven't been doing long ones lately.
Yeah. So there you go. And by the way, we have we were just talking about this.
Uh-oh.
Well, I was saying, look at all the rain, and I said, well, if this rain was snow, it'd be a lot of snow. And there's a snow emergency in Pittsfield from 7 a.m. to this is like 2 days worth, 7 a.m. to 7 a.m. tomorrow morning to December 13th, so till Wednesday. So anyway.
Oh, great. And then we have Mercury retrograde on Wednesday.
Oh, we're fucked.
It's going to be bad.
What do you mean it's going to be bad?
Yeah, no. Maybe that's why it's lasting longer.
Oh, my days. Okay.
Yeah. You'll notice during Mercury retrograde, too, like people from the past come out of the woodwork.
They come and get you.
Yeah. And it's a good time to finish your projects and like get stuff done.
Finish things that haven't been finished.
Yep. And don't like start big projects.
Things that have been unresolved will become resolved.
Yes.
How about that,
Yeah.
Jenna?
Well, it's time. That's the time you resolve them.
Let's resolve this stuff.
Yeah.
Deborah Connor says thank you.
You're welcome.
Kimberly, did I read this one? No, I didn't. Kimberly Ann says my Aunt Charlotte just gave me a card that is now on my tree, and my Aunt Charlotte was my Nana's best friend.
Oh, wow.
So that's going back to the last. Yeah.
Right. That could totally be from her. And it could be like your parents know about it, because when I saw them, they were together, and I saw the card, and then one handed a rose.
Tammy Garrity says, can you see what I was in a previous life, or was I close to a past family member who passed away?
I can see what people are sometimes in a past life. If I can't do it like probably right now, I'd have to sit and like read with you and like get really into your energy. But if spirit wants you to know that, or if there's something from a past life that's hindering you in this life, I'll usually pick up on that. Or if there's like a connection between like loves, like between your true love and you, I can see how many past lives you've had, or a connection with someone in the family where you're going around again in this life. But in order for me to like see what someone's past life was, I'd have to sit and like really get in there. Yeah.
Let's do that. Okay. We have Lori Conner says, I have the hardest time. At first she had a typo, it says meditating, and,
meditating.
but it's meditating. But I want to say meditating is hard too.
Yeah.
Sometimes, often, meditating and give up after a few minutes. Haha, but I'll keep trying.
Yeah.
It takes practice. That's why it's called a practice.
Lori, when you try, like I'm saying, because I know you have children, and like when you put them down to bed and like you're getting into bed, like do a guided meditation for like 10 minutes. Like just pick any meditation that's guided. And I always have people start with that because our mind babbles, and you can focus on what the meditation is saying, and that helps you clear your mind, and all that stuff falls away. Because it's better to start with a guided. A lot of times, even when I meditate, I prefer to do guided.
Okay.
Because sometimes I'll fall asleep if it's music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, just start with that. Just a little 10-minute or even 9 minutes. Like start with that every night, or do it 3 times a week.
There you go. Well, yeah. And then really get good, you can do it 2 times a day for 20 minutes each time.
I used to do it an hour a day.
Yeah. That's something. That's something. Jenna Silvera says, does my grandma have anything to say to me?
There's something with a ribbon. Like, I don't know if you have a blouse with a ribbon, but I saw like a blouse with a white ribbon. or maybe you have a white ribbon that was from her or connected to her, or maybe it's something from her wedding because it's white, but I do feel her around you. And something about like I don't want to say hold on, but like good stuff is like up around the corner and you just don't know it yet.
Mm-hmm.
So keep moving forward.
Keep moving forward
Is like basically what she's saying.
All right.
And I saw the white ribbon again. So let us know. That's a little strange for me to see. So let us know if that makes any sense. And how I first saw it was I saw a blouse and a hand pulled this ribbon like off the collar. And it was white.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. V. Hernandez
Hi, V.
says, hello. Anything I should know?
On what? Elaborate a little, V.
Come on, V. Give us
Yeah,
give
a
us something
little
to
more.
work with there.
Yeah.
Give us a little something to work with there. So, yeah, it was a busy Sunday for us.
Yeah.
Had the Christmas pageant. Is that what you call it? With the kids.
Like a concert.
The South Church. Well, yeah, they sang about 3 songs, and they had a little sort of, play and narrative and things like that. So the kids, I used to do that when I was a kid.
Yeah. Me too.
My mom used to direct that back in the day, so she still does that. She's been doing that for
she's
years.
got patience.
No, she loves it. She loves
Yeah.
it. It's fantastic. And then there was a wonderful Berkshire choral concert at Lenox this afternoon. That was really good too.
Oh, wow.
So lots of fun stuff with the kids out there. So V says, some guidance or any message from my mom. Well, that's more specific.
From your mom. I don't know if you're having, like, I know the holidays are coming, but if you're having a get-together or you're not having a get-together, but she's showing me silverware on a table, and she's sitting there. And
Right.
it looks like either an oval or a round table, and there's a tablecloth with some, like a place setting. So I don't know if that's her table or if that's your table, but she's sitting there and she's going to be there with you. I feel like there's some, like, this is not from her, but psychic wise, there's some changes and opportunities coming up for you. And I feel like it's more along the lines of like where you live or where you work. Like I feel like a move or a change with that psychically.
Feel a change coming on.
Mm-hmm. And it'll be a good one, by the way.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, not all change is good, but she has good change coming.
Not all change is good. Eva Simone, by the way, and I didn't know this. See, Eva never told me this, but maybe she did. Say my mom was the best chorus teacher she ever had.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
little props for Bev Kroll.
Yeah, you can always tell, like when people are following their heart and they really enjoy what they're doing is when they make the most difference. Like even teachers that you've had that you'll always remember, like they're following their heart energy. They make such a big difference. And for her to remember your mom doing that, then Bev made a difference because that was where her heart energy was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty cool.
Deborah Connor says, when you have a feeling, when you have a feeling to hear a song that you haven't heard in a long time, is that very meaningful? Is that a sign?
I think that's like a sign of your intuition. Like, I know sometimes, like, if I'm in, like, a car or a store, I'll hear the song that's going to play next before it plays. And I know for me, that's my intuition. It's not like a spirit sending it unless your spirit sends you the same song as a sign over and over again.
Yeah. All right. So, Jenna Lynn Silvera says, is this the one? Yeah. I miss my grandma so much. At Christmas, it was her favorite holiday.
Oh.
So there's that. And we had a ribbon one. Did I skip the ribbon one? Oh, yeah. No, it was Jenna Lynn. So the day she was buried, I'm sorry, I skipped this one. She wore a white blouse with a ribbon on, and I had put a picture of my child on her blouse and held onto it for a few minutes.
Oh, wow. So that could be what she was showing me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's really beautiful. And she knows that you did that, which I think is so cool.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful.
That is.
Yeah.
V. Hernandez says, awesome. I usually spend the holidays alone with the kiddos. I will be applying to new jobs this week.
Oh, good. That's wonderful,
it.
V. And you're not going to be alone. You may be with the kids, but I see her sitting at the table with you.
All right.
So you're not going to be alone.
Sally Jessica Rice says, it was nice to see you both too. I gave everyone their bracelets already.
Oh, Sally couldn't wait. I love her.
You're not supposed to wait for Christmas then, I guess.
Sometimes you can't, though, because it's like such a...
Can't do it.
You're like excited to give the gift, you know?
It's interesting
Yeah.
that you said that the girl's spirit came from our land. We built the house. Was there another home here or near here in the past? What time period do you think the girl's spirit is from?
I want to say like the early 1900s or late 1800s. That's what I'm
like
getting.
farm times.
Yeah, farm times. Very sweet little girl, and I do feel like she passed of like something like a scarlet fever or the flu or something.
Yeah.
That might be why she reminds me of the poltergeist girl too, because I think she passed of the flu.
Charlotte Rogers says, I wonder if my granddaughter is a spirit of, let's see, I wonder if my granddaughter is a spirit of my grandma, who is my mom's mom.
Yeah.
Did you get that? I didn't really.
I think that a lot of times, like, I don't know the answer to that. I'd have to, like, sit with you. But I think that's rare when one of our relatives would come back into, like, a grandbaby or something. Because usually when we pass, we wait a while over there before reincarnating. I mean, it does happen, but it's very rare. But what's more common is that relative will put a lot of their personality into the new baby. So like they're putting their like habits and personality into that new baby, and that's why we think that. And it's also to help us remember them, because they love to be remembered.
Do they? Mm-hmm. I didn't think it mattered. Or
yeah, they love it. They love when you like have a picture up or.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. You gotcha.
Yeah.
So my grandfather popped in a couple days ago. I was hiking. And I actually, that's my uncle does geocaching, and it's a thing where you go and you're in the woods and you do this thing. It's called geocaching.
Is that when you like find the little box?
Yeah,
or something? That's kind
something
of cool.
Like that. But anyway, he's known around here for carving in his initials, and more than his initials. See, his name is Frank, and last name is Kroll, so he'll put F Kroll. On a tree, like really large, so people will comment on it and be like, wow, that's like, you really made a statement there. Now this one was back in 2005. Now I've walked on this trail many times. I'm not going to say like hundreds of times, but probably a dozen times maybe.
Yeah.
And I never remember seeing it. I never saw it. Wow. And for some reason on this particular hike,
I think because he was with you,
I saw it. Well, no, not him. So here's the thing. So then that same either day or the next day, my dad was showing the kids his Navy books. He was on the USS.
Wait a minute. Was that in Kennedy Park?
No.
Okay, because I got something with Kennedy Park.
Okay.
With you
well,
too.
we'll hold that thought.
Okay.
So anyhow, he was showing. So it's USS New Jersey. My dad was on the USS New Jersey in the Navy, so he had this book, and he was showing the boys. And in the front cover was a picture of my grandfather, and on the back it said F. Kroll.
Wow.
So and now Frank, not Junior, but Frank. He's my uncle. He's still living, but
right.
But
was he named for him?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there's four of them. So there's
oh wow.
There's my late grandfather, and then there's my uncle Frank, and then my cousin Frank, and then his son Franklin.
Wow.
So they have the the whole situation.
Yeah,
a lot of people.
that's
A lot of
awesome.
people know Franklin, my cousin. He's a great skier. He works at General Dynamics. He's salt of the earth kind of guy. A lot of people.
You have a big family,
I have a
John.
huge ass family. Okay, so
Yeah.
Jenna Lynn Silvera says thank you so much to both of you.
You're welcome.
But what was Kennedy Park?
I don't know. I see something with it written on a tree. It might be the F. Kroll in Kennedy Park. I see something in there, and
you
I
tag one
see
there,
you
too?
walking in there. Like, is that one that you frequent?
Well, yeah, I do.
Okay.
But how do you know it's Kennedy Park then?
I don't know. That's just the.
Okay, 'cause
It's
this
like
was
a
Shaker.
feel no.
Because this was Shaker Trail, the one.
No,
we're at.
this is what I'm seeing. It might happen again in Kennedy Park.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Karen Iacovidi.
Hi, Karen.
Says, I had a dream. A man came with a message. The message came true. Friend had a photograph, and it was the man. I don't know if that's enough to work with there.
Yeah.
don't know.
So she dreamed of a man, and
A
then
man
a
came
friend
with a message, and the message then came true.
Okay.
The friend had a photograph, and it was the man.
Okay.
That's a-
I feel like that could be someone around her, like a guide or a relative or a guide or someone around her that's helping her. The friend who came with the photograph, was the person in the photograph passed?
Yeah. So
It could be
so
like a
Karen-
guide,
more
someone
specific.
guiding her.
Anyhow, so we. Oh, by the way, so we did this poll. I'll have to take a look here. Let's see. Did we get the results here?
Of the present moment poll?
Oh, here it is. Okay, so we I guess we can finalize the poll. So sometimes when
Yeah.
how often are you in the present moment? And
Yeah.
75% said sometimes.
Yep.
And only 4% said always, and
Yeah.
then 1%, or no, 5%
never.
said never.
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 Yeah.
You're never in the.
Well, you could be a worrier.
But if when it comes down to it, one of the best ways to be in the moment is just focusing on what you're doing. A lot of times
Your
it
breath.
can be on your breath. That's right. Or even if you're doing the dishes, just focusing on.
Yeah, or if you're writing something.
Yeah.
Like if you take a pen and start scribbling on paper, you're in the present moment.
Yeah. So I think that's there's some techniques.
Or you could just
bring it
carry
back.
unikite or hematite.
Okay. We can do that.
Yeah.
We can do that.
That 5% should be getting some unikite.
That 5%.
Yeah. That's never in the present moment.
or
We
so.
got to get them in the
But I think that's
present
just like
moment.
one. I think that's just one person. So
Yeah, well,
it's
we
one
got to get
person.
that person in the present moment.
Out of our 5%.
Yeah.
There you go. So how can people get in touch with you, Jenna?
They can get in touch with me on Facebook or Instagram or at jennareidpsychicmedium.com or at crystalhealingconnection.com.
There you go. There
Yeah.
you go. Now we have about a minute left or so. So if you have any more questions, pop them in real quick. Otherwise, we'll be wrapping this baby up for tonight with our Fast and Furious Psychic Sunday. See, once it gets going, guys.
Yeah.
So Jenna Lynn says one more thing. I went back to Rhode Island this weekend and came home today. When I went to visit my grandfather, her husband, that is her grandmother's husband, I started feeling emotional. Is that normal?
Is the grandfather passed or here?
And I went to go visit my grandfather. I assume, Jenna Lynn, I don't want to speak for you,
Yeah.
but it sounds like he's with us.
Yeah. I feel like she's actually like picking up on the emotions of either the spirit or if he's living, his energy. Because your energy never passes, but I feel like she's like an empath, and that's why she was feeling emotional. And it also came through strong that the emotions weren't all hers. Like she was picking up on someone.
Okay.
So that's what I'm getting off of that.
There you go. There you go. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful holiday season, and know that
Yeah.
we have and we were just talking about this. Imagine all this rain being snow. Well, there's going to be a winter advisory. Yeah.
I hope it's rain.
Well, okay, but I want the kids to be able to ski a little bit.
Just not
at
this
some point.
week.
Although Bosque really isn't officially open until the 15th. Anyway, So there you go. But we're gonna have some great nights skiing at Bosque for sure. But everyone stay safe out there. Sally Jessica Rice says, have a fantastic week. Thank you
too,
for
Sally.
doing these live videos. And by the way, we got stars. You can shoot us stars.
That's pretty cool
too here. So if you got any, if you're on Facebook and you have stars available, send us a few.
Yeah.
We'd love to share. This is all free for people. So let's do it. Let's everyone have a great day and a great night
and
and
thank
a great
you
week.
everyone for tuning in.
Everyone, we'll see you next week.